You gonna jump up and join me for co-host? No? Okay. Good girl. Before I forget, since I always seem to forget about the follower alerts that I receive between streams, Denny and Melodica, thank you for following. I appreciate it very much. Just make sure that you follow during the stream, because I can say that in person rather than being, 4 days late about the whole thing. And again, I don't like that part, but maybe it doesn't bother other people. We'll get started in just a few moments. Like 1 minute, I think. Still need to go grab the controller. Now that I think about it, before we start, I'd like to look at the armor sets if I can. Wait, what did that say about Twitch? Twitch crashes upon... Oh. Dr. Disrespect caused Twitch's servers to crash because people really wanted to see him back. Well, I can't say I know the guy, but good for him being able to crash a big old website like this. Maybe the plate armor? I mean, the leather armor is okay. I guess I could do black leather armor. With the chain gloves. Leather leggings with a chain helmet. That would be alright, I think. Of course, I had a more ridiculous armor set in mind, but, sometimes that doesn't always work out. I'm gonna go get the controller. Good girl, Pam. Good girl. Oh, hello. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Demon's Souls, the stream edition. There we go, big wave for the audience. Last time what were we doing? We did the Tower of Latria and got our ass kicked by Fool's Idol once. Then came back with a vengeance and kicked her ass. And this time, we have to go do one of those levels. This one is one that I've been dreading, and the one that we have to do on the stream after this, which is incidentally tomorrow, is also one that I've been dreading. Although we might, honestly, depending on how quickly we make progress through everywhere, we might get to both of them today, at least to start with the one. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But first, I'd like to see if I can wear those chain gloves now. I don't know if I can. We're going to find out. Anything else that I could probably try that on. And then chain gloves, there we go.
You have a...
Let's just do that for now. Let's see how this looks. Black leather, and then chain gloves. That would bring me to... Yeah, I could wear it that way. I don't know, I like the the look of the black leather set with the chain set. It looks like it kind of would fit a little bit, you know? I don't know if the leather matches up, though, because the leather on the boots are a little different than the rest of the leather. So maybe it wouldn't be too good. How does this with 22.3? Yeah, I can wear that. I can wear that now. Wish I had more light to kind of look at it, but it probably looks fine. Now the real question is, could I wear the fluted armor like that? I guess I could find out. The answer is most likely absolutely not. But, you know, sometimes it's worth it just to check these things just to see what they look like. Yeah, that looks like hot garbage, so we aren't gonna do that. And it makes me fat, so I'm not gonna bother with that. Here you go, Thomas. Take it back. All right. And do I have the rings that I need for this next part? This is take. I don't want take. I want deposit. I have ring of flame resistance, ring of magical sharpness. I have all of my magical stuff equipped. I have water veil. We're good. Let's go take care of this then. So now we need to head off to the Armor Spider Archstone to do 2-2. Again, not my favorite, but we'll get through it. We'll do 2 separate runs at it, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. The Tunnel City. Below the smithing grounds lies a huge tunnel worthy of its name. It's said a dragon's grave is in the deepest parts of the molten area. Deepest part of the molten area. Let's go find it for ourselves and see if there's any treasure there. I don't know if that crystal lizard will have respawned. I don't think it does. I think it does when you beat a boss. That's when they'll respawn. And if you missed them, well, too bad. You're SOL, I think. It's possible that that's not the case, but you know. Okay, so probably this is going to be useful to have here, and so is my catalyst. So, well, I don't suffer from any speed reduction if I stick the sticky compound longbow here, so we'll do that. And then we'll go from there. Now, on the way through here, there is a specific place that I'd like to go because I believe that place has has a pure hardstone, which I need for my shield to get it to +10 at some point. So we'll probably stop off there if we can find it. It's you'll know what it is when you see it, but it's not to the right there. It's off to the left, which is past these things that you want to blow up ASAP. Because there's more than one, so we're gonna kind of, you know, try to pop those before they become a problem. I think that they can send more down the tunnel. Yeah, they are sending more down the tunnel. Let's just avoid that altogether, because that's a big old mess. And head down this tunnel. I never really go this way, to be honest with you. I usually don't need pure hardstone for much of anything. But, well, there's a fat official here. Yeah, you do your big thing, whatever. Just start... Oh, okay, hang on. So he's doing that again. Let him do it. And then... Okay, two-handed mace attack is enough to stagger him. Maybe. Partially. Hee hee. Glad the +2 is still able to actually do things here. Ooh, we got a crescent axe. Not bad. That's kind of hard to come by. And it's just their weapon, right? Isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't deal magic or fire damage in this one. It's a little worse than the mace that we have there, but it's a pretty good weapon from what I understand, all things considered. I mean, here's the thing about large weapons like this. Like you can get a great axe or a great sword or something like that. The thing about it, and this is also true of the Great Club and a few other weapons, the one-handed R1 is phenomenal because if it's a human-sized target, it will knock them down, and you can stun lock them like that with it. It's kind of ridiculous. And then you got, the two-handed attacks that you can kind of chain together. 2 swings is enough to deplete my entire stamina bar, though, so that's kind of a problem. Sometimes it might be better to just do that, get as much damage as you can out of it. So this is a pretty nice weapon, but it's kind of hard to come by, so... And it's also exceedingly heavy, so hopefully we don't get too much of that stuff. Well, I wouldn't say exceedingly. 7 isn't exceedingly, but I'm already kind of pushing it on my item limit there, so maybe it would be better to not push it any further. So we're going to go this way first. Get rid of all these weird... Hello. Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm totally trying to quote that old man voice that Limit Breakers does every now and then. And sometimes it's not exactly the best, especially when I do it. Well, it's never the best when I do it because it's not auto-generated by a computer. Okay, Mr. Crystal Lizard, you're gonna have to come back here. You ain't going nowhere, son. Where you going, son? I think you can get some dragon stone out of them, so it's always nice to kind of do that. There's some large heart stones, so that's helpful too. So it's always nice to do that if you can. I don't think I'll live any of that stuff, but this, ladies and gentlemen, is 12 FPS land. We're on the top level of it, so it's usually not as bad up here, but if you go further down, oh, you'd better be ready, because it's going to get nasty. Oh, hello. You're new. Damn. What you want to do with those guys is that they have a weakness in their head region, where if you can hit them in the mouth, basically, you get a critical hit, essentially, almost like a big old backstab. So I'm going to want to do this. And you can take them out in one hit. Even with a soul arrow, like, that's enough to do it, and that's pretty crazy. I think they drop clear stone. But I think you harvest it from here. Yeah, oh, Greystone, that's what it is, yeah. But you harvest it from the bottom end of them rather than the top end where the shiny is, so just keep that in mind. I think you can drop down, well, not from here, but there's points on this part of the map where you can kind of drop down and grab some items. That's probably one of the big points right there, but I think we're going to avoid doing that. The stuff that you can get down there is not... fantastic, so, or at least not anything that I need anyway. So we'll take the elevator instead of the express elevator. I think there are black phantoms that you have to deal with down there, but well, if we gotta deal with them, we gotta deal with them. I can just use the crescent axe if things start getting crazy. So let's use the elevator, and we will probably die once or twice since I'm relatively unfamiliar with the area. Because, like I said, I never usually go this way. I usually just drop down the other way, because the other way is a big old shortcut to the next area. That Crystal Lizard, is he worth... This one's worth killing, because he's right here, but... I'm trying not to do too much here, because I'll piss off the potential black phantoms that are there. Okay, the push... See, there they are. Those guys, not fun. So we're going to have to do some things in order to take care of them. It's going to have to be more than that, but facing them both at the same time, kind of not a good thing. Kind of is problematic. Thankfully, their giant-ass shields don't really avoid all that much damage. So... if you can get them over there, you can kind of meander your way around them and go all the way this way. And when you get here, well, the nest of the Crystal Lizards. If you're ever wondering where they all came from, well, they probably came from somewhere down here. We don't need any of the stuff that they drop, though, so I'm not really too concerned. Ow. Uh-oh, here they come. Gonna have to meander my way around them somehow, and I don't know if I can because I'm down here now, so I may have to parry and post to get my way out of here. Hello? You seem to be a little trapped there, sir. I'm gonna take full advantage. Keep blocking, see what it gets you. Hee hee. I don't know what you get for beating these guys, so let's find out. A chunk of clear stone, 3 of them, and a stone of ephemeral eyes, plus some souls. So that's not bad. Good investment. Return on investment, I suppose. And I mean, I'm going to get back all the MP I just used to kill them, so it's not a huge deal. Maybe if I run off this ledge. There we go. Haha! What's over here? Here we go. Pure hardstone and pure sharpstone. So if you need them to plus 10 something, there you go. Now let's see if that other gentleman is coming back or what, but I'm passively regaining my MP as I go through here. So maybe we lost his aggro. Yeah. So yeah, I would recommend coming over here if you're going to be plus 10ing any of your weapons, because it will help make things a lot easier to grab and go. Meanwhile, these guys, well, I don't know. Some people consider this a little bit cheap, what I'm doing, but, you know, I could just be doing this instead. Of course, the thing about the club that he's got is that the stamina drain that comes from using it is pretty hefty, so... I want to be careful. If you're not gonna use, you know, that stuff and you're totally just gonna do that. But I mean, I probably could have killed him with a couple of parries, so it's not a huge deal. I probably should have demonstrated, though. There's some chunks of Dragonstone. We can get those from the boss of this area, so it's not a big deal if you don't get them from him here, but it's nice to have. I'm going to take those stone ephemeral eyes off. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I probably should have demonstrated the Great Club there because they used them. They probably would have dealt a pretty decent amount of damage to me. Nothing too incredible, but the best part about it is that they're using it one-handed, so they could have totally knocked me on my ass there. Would have been funny. And I would have given you an idea of how a weapon works that I'm not really planning on using, so that would have been good. But too late now, so we'll just have to make do without it. So those little sprites out there, I don't know if they follow you in this one, but basically they explode. So if you're not careful of looking at which one's a torch and which one's not, you might get hurt. So we're going to pop a water veil because I think it deals fire damage. So hello? They got wonky hitboxes, so just be careful. Be mindful of your surroundings in this tiny-ass cave. Otherwise, you'll have problems. It does help with like Soul Arrow and Soul Ray, though, so if you get like a big congregation of miners all following you, you can totally mess them up by just shooting Soul Ray, and you kill them all of the ones in this tunnel in the line in 2 hits, so it's pretty nice. And Soul Ray's got a little bit more spread on it, from what I understand, compared to Soul Arrow. I guess we could test it and see, but yeah, we won't do that now. So enter the fog, to 12 FPS land we go. There's a man over there trying to tell me to do something. I'll come and help you in a second there, dude. I got a big old... These are bugbears, that's what they're called, and they're yucky little creatures with lots of HP. I wonder if the bow does any better. Let's find out. Nope. Magic it is. This one's a large one, so that's why this one takes 7 million years to kill. But it basically, you don't want to get too close to them because from what I understand, they actually deal pretty good damage. And if you kill them and you're close, I think they explode. Not good. Alright, I'm starting to run out of MP here, so hopefully... Well, not hopefully. I'm going to use a spice in a second, is basically what I was going to say. Even the Fragrant Ring has its limits there. There's that. Let's see if he explodes. Oh, yeah. You okay? Hello? Wonder if he's alright. Guess we can find out in just a moment. Uh-oh. Hello. Goodbye. So wait for them to spit, then shoot. Because as you can see, if you miss the mark, you'll only deal 129 damage to them. Not what we want. We want headshots. So the bugbears do give some dragon stone, but more often than not, it's not really worth your while to bother getting. So anyway, there was another ring of flame resistance if you didn't grab the one that you could grab from the dragon's roost. That's probably this is probably a safe point to drop down from above. So that's cool, but we don't need to do that. And I think you can get like a great axe if you drop down from above, if I remember right. I'm not 100% sure. I guess we could work our way up and then work our way down. Not a big deal. There's a chunk of sharpstone. So now if you have a weapon that upgrades with sharpstone as your regular upgrade, you have the means of +9ing it. And if you went to the Crystal Lizard's Nest, you already have the means to +10 it, so that's good. That's the Great Axe right there, if I recall correctly. Like I said, we're not going to bother because it's not really something that I need, so... I got a mace. I'll be able to get a better weapon than this in a little while, but this mace is all I really need for right now, so... Let's roll with it! Are you going to hurt me when I come over here because I made that thing explode over your head? I guess not.
You! How did you do that?
Soul arrows. How did I do? Kill the bugbear, you mean? I just shot it with soul arrows.
You!
I'm gonna go collect my prize now. A club. You disappointed there?
You!
He sounds disappointed. Maybe it was a trap that he laid. In wait for me. I think down there is where you want to go to continue with the level. So instead of doing that, we're going to go this way. Can I get back? Yeah, I can. I just need to roll through this garbage. There we go. Well, there's the 12 FPS we were looking for. Ooh! The frames! The poor frames! They're being murdered. Okay. Let's just check down here, see what's down here. Because like I said, some of these places, I got no idea, man. I ain't never been down some of these paths. I'm just trying to take the path of least bugbears right now, basically. More crystal lizards. I suppose I could shoot that one. Oop, there he goes. Can I hit him from here? Maybe. Nope. Already gone. That's okay. I'd be more disappointed if I actually needed to get the stones that the crystal lizards have, but their drops are kind of random, so it's not really something that you need to concern yourself with too often. You're a big guy. What do you do for attacks? You poke. Okay. And that does nothing. You keep doing what you're doing there. I'll leave you be, because you ain't really something I want to mess with. Anyway, that's Patches. He's something. He's got something going on. Let me see if I can twofer these guys with a soul ray. Right about there, maybe? Not quite. But these little bugbears can fly. So You gotta be a little more careful with them. They have a lot less HP though, so that helps. They still explode? No. Okay, interesting. So Soul Arrow does what? 93. Soul Ray does 140 something. I didn't see how much exactly, but the thing is it's 3 times the MP cost. So Soul Ray, when it's one-on-one, Soul Ray's usually not worth it unless you're fighting like a boss or something like that. It's a little more worth it then. So there you go. You want to hit them basically when they're still. When their head is still, that is. I don't know why I can't hit this one, but we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, where's your head? There. Go on. Oh. Okay. There we go. Yeah, magic works really well against most enemies in this area, so if you got it, might as well use it. There's a chunk of hardstones. Now you can +9 your hardstone weapons and shields, because I think shields always use hardstone, if I recall correctly. Okay, go on, spit again. Okay, so you want to kind of line it up. I don't really have the timing down properly, but you want to kind of line it up so that you start shooting just as they start spinning, and then that will make it easier. Cannot carry, it would overburden me. How much do I have in my thing? 96.5. Whatever he's dropping, it's got to be pretty fantastic. I kind of don't want to get rid of that crescent axe if I can afford it. But I might have to. See, it's all this grass that I've got that I don't really need. It's partially weighing me down. Those don't weigh me down. And all these shards and chunks and all that stuff too, that probably doesn't help either. I'm going to drop a few of these things. Drop one of those, because I don't need more than one. Can drop 3 of those. Can drop 4 of those. Can drop 3 of those. Can drop 2 of those. Can drop 2 of these. And can drop 2 of these. That frees up a little space. Maybe I shouldn't have put him right on top of this guy's corpse, though. So where'd the corpse part go? Well, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, well. You get the point. Anyway. We didn't see what that bugbear was guarding up there, so maybe I should go back up and around and see if I can get to that spot. Here's a place where you can probably drop off a little. Oh, hey, the filthy man's here.
Remember me?
I do.
I've got plenty of wares, so bring me plenty of souls.
So what do you have? It's too bad I can't sell items, or else this would actually be remotely okay. So there you go. He's got shards and large shards, and also a dagger. I don't know why he's got a dagger, but cool. Whoa, whoa.
Well,
sorry, filthy man. I've got a bug infestation to deal with. I don't know what they think they're doing, but and you thought the mosquitoes from Blighttown were bad. Not quite. There is one specific item that I'm really looking for in this area, and I don't know if I have found it yet. Probably not. I don't know if it's that thing there or what, but it sure would be nice if I could fall down on top of it. Here we go. Okay, Shard of Dragonstone. Didn't need that, but okay. Can deal with that. Let's go see. I think that item above the filthy man might be the one I'm looking for. There's another shield that you can get in this area, and that might be it over there if I can go grab it. Where do I drop off from? Down here? There's also an item down there. Is that below? where I was? I can't tell. That looks dangerous. Well, you can drop off from right here. Maybe. I'm gonna do this. That'll work. What is it? Ah, just what I was looking for. The Dark Heater Shield +2. Glad I didn't land on his head. The thing about the Dark upgrade for shield, so I have a regular Heater Shield +3 here, right? And you can see that it has a guard break reduction or a stability of 58. The Dark Heater Shield has higher magic resistance. That's that 46 versus 30 that you can see there. But in addition to that, it has a lower amount of stability or guard break reduction than the regular shield. So basically, when you go down the Dark Shield path, you trade magic resistance for stability. Whether that's a good trade-off or not is kind of up to the person and who they're fighting. But for me, I'm on the fence. If I find things that I really need to have magic reduction for, then maybe I'll consider using it. But and I probably will be upgrading it all the way just to get the trophy for it. But yeah, most of the time, not really worth it. Just like fighting those guys most of the time is not really worth it. There's a soul though, so that's worth it. Lots of carapaces to go with here, to go through, and here's another tunnel. This level's actually taking not as long as I figured it was gonna. Watch me say that and then totally bite it here. I don't know where the fireballs are, so I'd like to try to avoid them if I can. What do you suppose this is? Storied Soldier Soul. More bug carapaces. Bugbear carapaces. Not my cup of tea. Ew. I don't really know the way through this area, so we gotta be a little careful. I don't want to fall down. Oh god. Hang on. Okay, if you're gonna do that, you need to pick a better location than right in front of my computer, dog. Get it out. Go ahead, get it out. You good? Okay, yep. Just get it out. There you go, you're okay. Okay, just get it out if you got it. Stand there and get it out. Okay, I think she's good now. Whew. Close call. A little, yeah. She threw up, and a little, and she almost threw up on my power cord for my computer, which would not have been good. Good thing I found this relatively safe patch of area inside of these tunnels to sit here for a second. When did you take her out last? Not that long ago. I don't know that she needs to go out necessarily as much as she just needed to get that out of her system. She didn't throw out much, so.
Yeah, I'll just leave her on for now. I'll take her out in a little while.
See, I'm just afraid of falling into a pit or something as I go through here, because I can't see any further ahead of me. I may have found a way out, though. That's a spine. That's not something I can break. Oh, hello. That's a big bugbear. Maybe I should try to get him out of the way. Well, he's getting out of the way for me, so that's cool. I don't know where this leads, but we're going to take this one. We're going to take this tunnel to the end of the road. Hello? Ooh, another big one. Can I get him out of my way? Is the real question. Maybe by doing this? No. Not quite. Maybe he'll tunnel into here for me? Oh, here's another passageway. I suppose I could. There was that one thing, though, that I kind of wanted to grab on the other side. Down here, you can get to a lava area, and that's where you can get your first pure Dragonstone. But there's also a Dragon Longsword that you can get, and it deals fire damage, so it's a pretty good thing to have if you can find it. I don't know where exactly it is, though. There's some Agates of Guidance. Probably helpful if you manage to go in circles, which is distinctly possible, but I have a Shard of Archstone, so if I'm really going in circles, I think that's the Dragon Longsword right there that I now can't get to because it's on the other side. That Bugbear could be out of my way by now, but it's not a weapon that I'm going to use, so we're just going to drop down here instead. Excuse me. We haven't been down here yet. You gonna blow up or what? Hello? There we go. Oop, hit something. Oh, that Bugbear. I think that's where I've already been. Yeah, because that's that Bugbear that was in the way of the Dragon Longsword. So, instead of going that way, let's go this way. And see where it leads. Like I said, we're kind of looking for a lava area that this may roll out into. Ooh, I see an item. There's the Dragon Longsword. Okay, well, at least I found it. So if you're looking for a weapon that would be pretty good for basically the entire game, if you don't have another better option for physical and fire damage, there you go. And this, I believe, is the lava area that we were looking for. The lava does lots and lots of damage to you, and so do the bugbears, so you got to be careful. I'm going to pop a water veil real quick, just to see how much damage the lava does. Ouch, 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 ouch. Get me out of... Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That's a little close for comfort there. Oops, wrong thing. That did pretty good for me, though. Yeah, you don't want to have to run through that too much. Just trust me on that one. I think I can run past the bugbear there in order to get through, but because basically there's like a little walkway that you can kind of maneuver through here somewhere. Aha, here we go. It's kind of hard to see it because of the lava everywhere, but yeah, if you run out into those areas, you can get some chunks of Dragonstone, pure Dragonstone somewhere. But I'm looking for another tunnel entrance, and I think that's over here. Yes, here we go. So yeah, you can grab a bunch of Dragonstone if you need it over there, but you might pay the price because, you know, there's totally a bunch of stuff in the way, like lava. So, oh, this is that other side of that thing there, an unknown hero, so, okay. So we're looking for a different tunnel face there, which means we might have to fight some of those teeny tiny bugbears that were flying around. See if they notice me when I come out again. Hello? Maybe, maybe not. I can't really tell, so we're going to continue this way. I don't think this leads to anything other than maybe whatever. Ooh, there's a tunnel face that I haven't seen yet. Around Hero Soul too, so that's good. What's over here? Whatever this is. Is that a... Okay, it's a regular little bugbear. And a owl. And a crystal lizard. But we don't need to worry about that, do we? Alright, now where is... tunnel? It's all one path, right? This just leads right back to the lava. Right? Or did I come in from somewhere? One of these directions leads to the boss, basically, and I don't know which one it is. But if I keep walking this way, it looks like we're getting somewhere, so... This might be leading me back into the tunnel, though. I don't know if I want to go that way. Whee! This is the way that I wanted to go. So basically, this is the bottom of the tunnel that was on the right if you went all the way to the right of the the Archstone back there at the end of 2-1, the beginning of 2-2, you'd end up over here. I can't carry this. Well, that's sad and unfortunate for me. See if we can hit their heads. That will kill them quickly. I think that there is a weapon that you could grab. I'm trying to lock this guy, but it's not really working out too well for me. There we go. How overburdened am I anyway? I got 1.3 left. Now time to drop a few more things, I think. Like 2 of these and 4 of these. I could just equip the, the Ring of Herculean Strength, but like I said, I don't need most of that stuff, so. They are fist weapons that you could use to probably decent effect. I don't know if they have the same headbutt move that the Iron Knuckles have, but I think the Hands of God deal magic damage as well. Yes, they do. And they scale with faith by the looks of it, so let's see if they do it. Yes, they do. So as long as you can smash attack really well, you'll be fine. I will not be doing that, though. So I may want to zone out of here. I don't need these shards of Greystone. They can keep them for all I care. I may want to zone out of here in a moment just to get rid of some of the gear that I have here. Because I don't really need it that badly. There was another way, I think, in here that you could get. There's an item like that you can get up top there, but I really don't need it that badly. We got where we needed to go, so maybe I'll just go where I need to go here. Could have sworn there was no... Ah, here we go. Full Moon Grass. Okay, that will help. So now what I'm going to do, because the next boss is kind of tricky, Dick, I'm going to use a special outfit for the next boss. We're going to keep that there, the Catalyst, that is. I don't think these stack with each other. No, they don't. So we'll put the Ring of Magical Sharpness on. We'll put the Ring of Flame Resistance on. We've got Water Veil. And then we'll just see if I can frickin' make it and not die here. Ooh, another item. Let's see what this is. It's probably a soul. Nope, Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. Just as good. Maybe slightly worse, but that's okay. So let's just see if we can beat this guy with any amount of goodness. Oh, you know what the other thing I'm going to do is? Hold on. I am going to unequip my Crescent and Half Moon Grass and just equip the Full Moon Grass that I have. Just because this next guy is a little bit challenging, I'll keep the Old Spice too. And I'd rather have the best healing items that I can afford to have at this point in order to make it a little easier for me to deal with him. So, here we go. Full Moon Grass in place, Old Spice in place. I've got some resistance to his attacks. I've also got Water Veil, which stacks with the Flame Resistance Ring. I have Soul Arrow. I have Soul Ray. Let's do this. And if I lose souls here, no big deal. I think I duped the colorless souls last time, so if we lose any souls, I'll just make some more. This guy is a little bit challenging. You can also enter the boss arena with the Thief's Ring on, and I don't think he'll notice you immediately, so you can take some pot shots at him, but I don't need to do that, thankfully. Because I will be able to kill him just fine without it, hopefully. So he deals fire damage, and his biggest attack there is the explosions that he deals. Now with the Ring of Magical Sharpness and my decent magic stat, I'm dealing pretty good damage to him. So basically, I want to keep my distance as best I can, because otherwise I'll get hurt pretty good. When he's jumping is the best time to shoot at him, although I'm already out of magic, so that's not good. If you walk over that lava, it also deals some damage to you, so you want to be a little careful. Rolling away is sometimes not the best way to do this either. If you're a melee character, sometimes it's actually better to roll into the explosion because it will lose its hitbox before you, like, just as you roll into it. So sometimes you want to do that instead. He's getting a little crazy right now because that's an indication that he's going into phase 2 where he'll start doing his explosions a lot more, usually. He usually jumps twice, though, when he jumps, so at least twice anyway. But yeah, as you can see, if you roll backwards, sometimes it's really hard to roll out of the attack. And it will still hurt you. So, yeah, that's not good. Don't get trapped. Sometimes it's best to stay unlocked, too, when you're fighting him, because it will make things a little bit easier to see your surroundings when you're unlocked. I should have probably rolled into him there. If you roll into him, you take damage, though, so you got to be a little careful when you're doing that. Okay, so let's say you, you know, got to him, you almost beat him, just like I just did, and then you totally bit it, and now you need to, you know, actually go ahead and do it. I'm going to revive because I really don't care how many times I die against him. The tendency in this world doesn't matter after this, so... And you need to get, you know, back to him in short order. How do you do that? Well, you don't have to walk through the whole level again. You just need to go this way. Now let's see if I can avoid all of these guys. I need to roll through this and then run. And we need to go back this way so that the pickaxe dudes and everybody else can't get them. Roll through this, and then roll down to here. You don't have to roll there, I don't think, but this is the general path that you want to take to get down. And basically, you're going to go all the way down this shaft. You'll take fall damage along the way, and if you go on certain parts, there are items that you can grab, but I don't know if I went the right way here. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Oop, there goes one of the dudes. Sucks to suck for that guy. Where's the spot that I roll off of here? Is it right there? I think I just go off the edge of this. Yeah. There we go. Very easy to die going down here, though, so if you're not sure of the path, take your time. You're not in a rush. Just trying to get down there without dying. That's the most important thing. I don't really want to use all my full moon grass going down here, though, so I want to be a little careful. I don't remember exactly how you get... I think you can get that way by going on a different path there, and that lets you grab that item. I think. Because, you see, the thing is that you can't jump in this... Oh, no, you could get there. Bring a disease resistance. Won't need that. You can get there. You just got to kind of roll this way, I think. Get enough distance, and boom. There you go. And you can get over here. Just be careful. You don't want to fall off. That's the worst thing that could happen, is that you fall off and then you lose the souls that you use to get to Flame Lurker. There's crystal lizards over here. I think they drop similar stuff to what they usually drop. And then I think there might also be an NPC here. Occasionally. I think he's there on a certain world tendency, actually, now that I think about it. And you can give him an item that you can get in the boss arena coming up. Not Flame Lurkers, but the one after that. And he will give you a different item for it. And I forget what it is. Or no, you don't give it to him, you show it to him. That's what it is. I don't remember the best way down from here, though. I could aim at that little ledge there. Can I get back up? No. So, I would usually say, like, follow the lights to get down there, but I think I can see a spot right here. Yeah. And then it's just a matter of getting down from here, and I think to do that you need to go here. Like right, like this, maybe? Yeah. Just don't aim for that gap there, because you could probably totally lose your footing and fall through. Do that. to get through there. And then I think if you aim this properly, you can kind of land on that ledge there, and there's an item to grab. But I'm not 100% sure. I guess we could try it. I'm not going to use my full moon grass for it, though. We'll use some of this late moon grass that I've got. Okay. Ooh, maybe not, because this exists. Oh, there's a ladder. Well, let's take the ladder. Oh, that won't lead me to the item. Thought there was something following me there for a second. There is an item that you can grab somewhere here, including right down there. So maybe if I do this, yep. Unknown hero soul. Not really worth it, but it's there. And then you can climb up this ladder. I don't know where this ladder goes, so we're gonna explore, boys. That's what we're doing. Guys and gals, I should say, because you're not all boys. There's a few ladies that watch my stream. Thank you to everybody who watches. I appreciate it. I guess we could go this way just to see what's in here. Like I said, I've never really taken most of these paths, so kinda. Oh no, I know where I am, because this is that spot that I rolled out through, and then we ended up here. So, okay. I'm glad I got a bearing on my surroundings here. I'm going to test, though, how much damage Soul Arrow does against the guy here in a moment. Now, if I do this, will I die from them spewing all over me? No, not really. I mean, they could probably spit up in the air and totally hit me, but, you know. I don't know. Hero Soul. I should have put away some stuff before I came over here. I just realized that. Oh, well. And we'll take this painfully slow ladder up. Let's see what we can find on these ledges. This must be that ledge that might be that ledge that I got that other item from. Yeah, it is. Okay. Good to know. We'll go this way, then we'll follow the ladder down, as opposed to following the sun down. You know, it might be a little easier. I'm gonna Goomba Stomp you on your head. That actually probably is the highest amount of damage a plunging attack can do in the game, is if you Goomba Stomp those guys, because their heads are so vulnerable. So, but yeah, from my experience, and this doesn't happen with some people, but it seems to happen every time on my game. Flame Lurker will, after he loses half his HP, he'll start going into pissy boss mode, and at that point he'll just start spamming explosions like crazy. And you're usually better off just trying to keep your distance from him at that point. He usually won't let you. He'll try to make it hard for you to keep your distance, but I'm going to try to not suck and be able to keep my distance. So that's what we're going to do. So, Soul Arrow damage test 157, that's not too bad. You have to time it just right if you're going to go backwards away from his attack, basically, when he's doing the explosions. I also find, in my experience, that when he attacks you in his first phase, he usually uses the same couple of moves. So, like, he usually has a very specific pattern that he follows. Oh god. Sometimes you'll get lucky and your magic will stagger him, but you want to be kind of careful when you're doing that. I guess my shield will block enough damage when he explodes that I can get away with just doing that instead. So basically, if you're too close and you don't trust your ability to dodge roll into his attacks and he's going to do an explosion, just keep your shield up. It'll keep you more safe than you would be otherwise. So. But yeah, if you see him jumping more than twice in a row, it's usually a bad sign. This means he's going into pissy boss mode. And then what you get is what you get after that. So. bad damage there. So yeah, if you stay just outside of his melee range, you're usually in better shape. Because then you can block his explosions and not be in too bad of shape either. Which is exactly what I didn't do just there, but you know. See, I can block it a little bit better than I would otherwise. And Soul Ray. Goodbye, Flame Lurker. That wasn't so bad. Hey, Conker, how's it going? You just missed one of the hardest bosses in the game, but I made him look easy, so don't worry about it. Of course, I was using magic, so that kind of explains why I made him look as easy as he was. 30,000 souls for beating him, too, so that's not too bad. I won't just attribute it to my magic, though. I was over-prepared. I did use the Ring of Magical Sharpness and the Ring of Flame Resistance to ensure that I had every possible advantage I could. So it's not just that. And we actually got that level done a lot quicker than I was expecting to. I figured it would take us a while, but it did not. I put the Regenerator's Ring on. How about we do Thief's Ring? There. Oh, nice! Burgers for lunch sounds pretty good. I just had some food before I started, so I'm not that hungry, but burgers for lunch sounds real nice. How much item burden do I have left? 96.8. I need to drop something. How about I use... Oops. One of those old spices. Well, I could drop all of these because I'm never going to need them. I'll use one of the... Oops, no, I don't want to drop my old spice. I'll use one. Get myself back to full. And that should bring me to just about good enough to pick up this. Red Hot Demon Soul. Oh no, that's right. It's the next boss archway. I'm thinking that you get something here like you do with the Armor Spider. Well, in that case, I'm going to grab these chunks of Dragonstone too. But you get something from the next Archstone that we're going to go to, which is right through that hallway. But first, I need to drop some items off with Thomas. So that's what we're going to do. I also need to take that Red Hot Demon Soul to a certain blacksmith friend of ours who can use it quite effectively for us. And I need to run a few errands because I need to go... I don't need any spice, thankfully, but because I have a ton of it right now. But I should probably go and buy some arrows to top myself off. I've got 94, so I'll go do that in a little bit here. First things first, though.
Thank goodness you are safe. I was worried sick about you.
Oh, well, you don't have to worry, Thomas. I appreciate the concern, but I'm good. I always come back to life. Let's see. I don't need the full moon grass really that badly right now. I'm going to put this stuff in my thing because right now it's weighing me down just a smidge. So we'll put away all this high-end grass and we'll keep the lower-end grass just for use later. We'll use it when we need it for certain bosses, basically, but hopefully I remember that it's there. Oh, we did get a Black Eye Stone. I forget when we got that. Oh, well. I'm going to stick one of these here, because we don't need more than one at any given time, now that I think about it, because if we have more than one, it's going to send us directly back to the Nexus anyway, so we can just pull it out of the thing. So, I'll keep the sticky white stuff. Will it be useful for me? Yeah, you know what? It just might. For the next boss fight there. I'll use it. Yeah, that Red Hot Demon Soul, don't use it. I don't think it's good for anything other than the souls count that you can get from it, but you want to keep it so that somebody else can make better use of it than you can. Let's deposit all this crap, because it's weighing the hell out of me right now. Some good upgrade stuff that we got from there. And we'll be putting that Dragonstone to use very shortly. Put that and that and that away. The Hands of God as well. I don't need the Dark Heater Shield for right now, and it's 3 pounds, so we're not going to keep that either. These Holy Arrows actually are partially what were weighing me down. I was considering using them if Flame Lurker gave me some issues with my magic, But I guess I didn't need them that badly, so we'll put them away for now. I don't know if I'll ever really need them, because I might just need normal arrows instead, so we won't need this Ring of Fire Resistance probably ever again. I don't need the Ring of Magical Sharpness anytime soon either, so... Well, let's see. You think about that one. I might actually need it for this next boss, but then after that I don't need it for either of level 3s. I don't need it for either of the level 4s. And I don't think that I need it for either of the level 5s either. Yeah, because the level 5s are more weak to fire than anything else. So if we're going to use that Ring of Magical Sharpness, now would be the time to use it. So I'll get it back out. Might need it. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? Well, you know, the late moongrass will probably take care of it. I was going to take the full moongrass back out because the next boss that we fight he deals... It's not that he's harder than Flame Lurker, it's that he deals more HP damage than Flame Lurker does. So sometimes it's better to have those high-end healing items available to you, but I don't think I'll need it that badly. So we'll just get our equips ready there. I'm going to put the Thief's Ring on because it will... Actually, I'm going to put the Fragrant Ring on instead of the Regenerator's Ring. I won't need the regeneration. Thief's Ring will help with this next boss fight that we're going to go to because it involves the boss being able to see you or not. Sort of like how, like I said, if you went and went into Flame Lurker's place and you had the Thief's Ring on, if you were walking around, he wouldn't be able to see you and you could take a few pot shots at him before he really saw you. So we'll buy some arrows from Blige. We'll upgrade our mace and our heater shield. We'll be able to upgrade our longbow as well once we go and see Blacksmith Ed. And we're also going to bring Blacksmith Ed a little present before we move on to the next level. And then after that, we've got one more level that we could really do. And I don't honestly know if I'll be able to do the whole thing in one sitting. But maybe. Just maybe. I plan on doing it in 2 trips, but we'll see whether or not that actually ends up happening. Hey, Blige, what's going on? Can I purchase some arrows from you, my man? Let's see, where are you? There you are. Got up to 6 arrows, so we're at 100 again. I think eventually we'll probably want to have some of these fire arrows. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to give you eventually. I'm going to say right now we're going to want them. I'm going to grab 100 of these and then stick them in my box because we probably will be able to use them in the next level that we go to. So I will grab them, I'll hold on to them, but I'm not going to use them just yet. I did grab the Ring of Magical Sharpness, right? I'm actually going to equip that here so we can use it in the next boss fight. I think that the stingers that those guys shoot at you deal magic damage, though, so probably not the best idea to equip it while I'm still on this level. Whoops. But that ring will help us to deal buku damage to the next boss when we need to. It's a different kind of boss, though. It's not really similar to Flame Lurker. It's kind of its own thing, really. It doesn't really have an equal in this game. It does in other Souls games, but not this one. So let's deposit. You need to stop worrying sick about me. I only was gone for 5 minutes, man. Alright, so we'll put those fire arrows away. And anything else to deposit? I don't think so. I think we're pretty good otherwise. Still have this. Still don't know what I'm going to do with that. I think it, like I said, I can get a regeneration spell for it, so maybe I'll do it then with that. And other than that, yeah, I think we're good. Thank you, Thomas. Now, let's upgrade a couple of things with Boldwin, since he can do it. We'll upgrade the mace to +3, and then that's good for now. Upgrade the heater shield to +4, and then that's good for now. Probably need to dupe some of those large shards that I got eventually, but not yet. Don't need to repair that. Don't need to repair the longbow, so we'll repair these. Oops.
Do come back.
Yeah, you need my business. And I need you to... Well, I actually don't even need you anyway, do I, Baldwin? But I'm not a killer. I ain't gonna just, you know, cut you down in the prime of your life there. What am I looking for here? Probably something to level up with. Well, we can level up without it.
Then
So we want to get up to 22 endurance, like I said. Let me see. Once we get to that point,
let strength be granted so the world might be
I
mended.
guess I could get my vitality up too
So the
after
world
that.
might be mended.
Well, let me level up first. Oops, can't quite get there.
Out that main
So where am I in terms of soul level now? 34. Okay. So, if I get endurance to 22, that'll get me to 35. Then vitality to 19 will get me to 39. Strength to 18 will get me to 41. Dex to 18 will get me to 47. Magic to 18 will get me to 50. Then I need to get faith to 18. And that'll take till 62, so I won't be able to use the weapon that I really want to use till 62 if I do that. I could save a couple of levels. I could get it at 58 if I wait to do that. And I could keep the equipment that I have now with my endurance at 21 as well, so maybe I'll just stick with 15, 21, and then it's a total of 2, 6 is 8, 3 is 11, 12 is 23 levels from now that I'll be able to use my weapon, so 57 to use the weapon that I would like to use for the remainder of the game. Although I do want to keep the mace around for a little while so that it can get some use as well. Yeah, he's not exactly a magician anymore, is he? He may have started that way, but he's not going to finish that way, I'll tell you what. It's more of a universalist build, like I said, I think last time maybe. And it's weird because I usually don't do a universalist build when I'm doing this sort of a game. I usually do, I usually pick one thing and I stick to it, so. Maybe sometimes I mix in two things, but no, we won't have quite enough if I don't use a little thing like one of these maybe. Let's see if I have enough for 2 levels.
soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Nope, not quite. I need another 3,000.
Out that main
I think I have one of those sitting in my inventory somewhere. Maybe one of these. That's 1,000. Okay. Well, if I keep using them, I'll have the 3,000 that I need. Okay. One more time we'll level up.
soul of the mind, key to
Get our
life's
strength to
ether.
18. Very nice. We'll probably get
Drawn from its vessel.
Dex up next because, like I said, the bow is going to be useful in the next area that we go to. Then we'll work on our magic, and then we'll work on our faith. I ideally want to get all 4 of those to 18 because one of the weapons that I can use actually requires that my faith be at 18 before I can use it. And now I want to use another one of these because I probably need that plus one of these to upgrade my longbow again. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go back here, and then we'll warp out. We'll warp back through to the Flame Lurker Archstone, and we'll take care of the boss of this area. Sort of looks like Bjor's using a katana there, which would be kind of cool. A knight with a katana, like an Eastern weapon with a Western armor style. Would be neat, but not really something that I'm planning on implementing myself. Is it worth it? Probably not. I have what I need to upgrade things. Yeah, Crystal Lizard's just not really that big of a deal to me, since I have all the upgrade materials that I really could ever want, thanks to the duplication method. If I was actually bothering to collect things manually, then sure, but that would take forever, so.
If it be a black demon, the demons are powerful spirits. Some can even bless weapons. Doing so requires a powerful flame. For the soul of a demon is an inferno of wrath.
Especially one that's red hot, right?
I told you that each ore has a grade. Mighty weapons can only be blessed by ores of high grade. The highest grade of all is a pure ore that shines in utter brilliance. The spirit force that delights the eyes.
Well, I may have one of those. You might be able to use it eventually.
The highest grade of all is a...
Okay, so he's done talking about that stuff, so let's upgrade our sticky compound longbow. I'm going to need to dupe those spider stones for the next one. But we'll get it to +3. It'll be +4 after we beat the next boss, and then we'll be in good shape. We'll also have a +5 shield after that boss, so that'll be cool. Alright.
All done?
Not quite all done there, Ed. I have a present for you.
Yes, that's the one.
A red, hot demon soul. Now you can bless your weapon with another demon soul.
And so we will give him the red hot demon soul.
Wise choice. You've done well to put your trust in the great blacksmith Ed. Bring me a demon soul, and I shall use it to bless your weapon.
And that will allow us to bless weapons with demon souls that we receive. So let's say I brought that club that I had way back in, that I found back in 2.2. If I brought it here to Ed, I could use the swollen demon soul that I have left over in my inventory from the Adjudicator to create the meat cleaver, which is one of the most powerful weapons in this game. Unfortunately, we're not going to be doing a quality strength dex faith build. We're still focusing on magic more than that, so I won't be using the meat cleaver. I think there are a few people who are doing walkthroughs of Demon Souls for the Farewell to Boletaria thing that are going to be using the meat cleaver, though, so if you're interested, I'll try to find one, maybe, in between now and the next stream, which is tomorrow, and see if I can, you know, give a little plug or shout out to some people who are going to be using it. I know that Kaz, one of the guys that I used to donate to on Patreon, did a meat cleaver run of Demon Souls, but that was forever ago and his quality was terrible. So I don't even know if his channel still exists, to be honest with you. But, yeah, so we got that to +3. If it was a regular compound longbow and I got it to +6, you could make the lava bow out of it if you kept the armor spider's soul, but I don't need that, so... And then, as you can see, the wooden catalyst actually upgrades to the insanity catalyst if you have the yellow demon soul. We won't be getting that, excuse me, for a long time, though, so, but I do plan on eventually creating that. You may also notice that there is an upgrade that I'd kind of like to get over here. The Dragon Mace, +1. That is the path that I'd like to take the mace up, but I'm going to need to dupe those dragon stones before I do it, or else I'm going to have to go and grind for some, and I don't want to do that.
All done?
Bye, Ed. I'll see you after I go to the next area. Okay. So I need to dupe large Heartstone shards, High Jaeger. I need to dupe Dragonstone shards. Probably need to dupe chunks of Spiderstone. So we got a little bit to do. So let's go dupe those things and then we'll go fight the boss of the area. And then after that, I have other things that need to be done. I think what we'll do is we'll do like half of the next level that I'm going to go to, and then we'll go from there. So let's take out the items I need to dupe, those being these. Won't ever need more than one pure Heartstone, so we won't need to do that. Won't need those yet. Won't need any of those. Dupe these, and I might as well dupe those two. And those. Won't ever need more than one of the pure spider stones, though, so we won't need to worry about that. And we have the shards of Cloudstone, some of them, if we want to upgrade our Dark Heater shield at any one point, but I don't know if I'll ever actually need that. I might for one boss, but that's a ways away yet, so we won't worry about that. And we will need the chunks of Heartstone, so since I'm duping other things, I might as well dupe that too. I did dupe the colorless things, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. So,
Yeah.
let's do our dupe method. There's going to be a few dupes here, so we're probably going to need to do it a couple of times, but that's okay. Nexial binding here. Got everything I was going to dupe, right? It was just these things, that, and that, so that's not too bad. And then, in case you're wondering, by the way, you can only dupe consumable items, so arrows, shards, stones, that is, like ore that you can use, grass, spices, that sort of thing. You cannot dupe weapons, because they don't have a set counter there, or armor, or rings, so I mean, not that you'd ever really need to do that, but yeah, you can't dupe those, unfortunately. Alright. Next heal binding equipped. Enough souls to buy a Crescent Moongrass. Buy item. How many? None.
What's the hurry? Where are you off to? Haven't you any manners?
We're gonna annoy him for quite a few times this game, aren't we? Square, start. Thomas.
Hello, I'm
Deposit this. Back out.
You have a hat.
And now if we were to go in there, there's a bunch of those large hardstone shards in there. See? Very nice. Next thing. We'll do it again. I'll excuse the rudeness. Yeah, well, you're going to have to excuse it a few times there. It'd be funny if he, like, didn't sell to you again after you did it a certain number of times.
Hello, I'm Keith.
Just have to get what we needed from Ed instead of Baldwin there. Of course, that would also lock off the stoop glitch, so I don't know if that would be a good idea.
You have a...
Okay, that takes care of that. Now, go back over here.
It's with your soul.
Oops, not upgrade. Not yet, anyway. I like how he's just getting fed up. He's not even going to say his thing again because I'm doing this.
Hello, I'm...
Deposit these.
You have a...
It would be pretty funny. Yeah, I'd laugh pretty hard if that happened. So.
It's with you.
More of this. Walk away. Square. Start.
Hello, I'm...
Deposit. Okay, not too much left.
You have a...
And then,
With your...
last one.
Hello again.
I want to know how the first person that found this actually found it, though. Like, this has got to be like
You have a...
strange string of events that they must have done in order to get that to happen. Like, I don't even know. It's crazy, man. Oops, now I want half moongrass here, late moongrass there, fresh spice there, and over here, well, we won't be using that sticky white stuff, actually, so I may as well just deposit it.
Hello, I'm...
So let's do that. We can't deposit these, unfortunately, because we have a million gazillion of them in our inventory over there. But the next time we upgrade things, it might be fine because they'll be able to be used as part of some of them. The chunks of hardstone, not really, because I won't be able to use those until my heater shield is at +6. So I might just drop those in the next fight that I do. But yeah, anyway. Let's go to the Flame Lurker Archstone there and finish off World 2. Since ancient times, a fire demon has been sealed in an underground temple filled with dragon bones. Deeper still lies an even larger dragon's skeleton. Oh boy. Well, hopefully we don't have to fight some undead necromorphed, necromancy zombified dragon skeleton thing. That would suck. They're already hard enough in Final Fantasy XII. Why would I want to deal with them here? Okay. So let's drop off those chunks of hardstone that I'll never need ever again here. So they're not weighing me down. I'll keep these because they'll probably be useful. Actually, I might want to drop these too because I won't be able to use them for a while. So that's 16 pounds off my back pretty quickly there. Alright, that's that. Those will disappear, and then we go this way. I have all the rings I need, right? Yes, I do. Okay. Interesting altar. And down this long passageway is the direction that we want to go. I'd like to be in body form for this part because, like I said, the next boss inflicts a lot of damage to you. So you want to have as much HP as possible in order to avoid that. I don't know if he inflicts fire damage, though, so I'm not sure if Water Veil will actually be useful to us, but maybe we'll see. And here he is, the Dragon God! if you were to have gotten through the tutorial boss, the Vanguard, without dying, that is, this guy would be the guy that you would see on the other end of it. So after you collected your rewards and everything, you would find this guy, and he would basically punch your lights out. Uh-oh. And once he punched your lights out, you would be knocked completely stone dead. So. But the thing about him is that basically you can see his eyes. His eyes are yellow right now because he's searching. And then his eyes will become red when he sees you. If he sees you, you're in trouble because after he roars, he'll start punching you like he did at the very beginning of the level there. So you'll want to go when he's not looking. Try to break these things. Thankfully, I have a mace. Most weapons that are highly calculated by strength damage are pretty good for breaking the pillars here, because usually it's only 2 hits and they're gone. I think you need like 3 or 4 arrows to get them gone. Most swords it takes 3 hits, but the mace is a nice, powerful strength weapon with blunt damage, so it takes care of those pillars, no problem. Now I want to go when he looks in the other direction there. It's sort of a puzzle boss, almost like the Bed of Chaos from Dark Souls 1. It's not that much of a puzzle. No. It's enough of a puzzle. Yeah, realistically, you don't want to take a punch from somebody like this guy, because it would kind of hurt a hell of a lot. So, I'm going to do this one with arrows, I think. I think I can do it with arrows. I don't quite remember. Maybe not. Doesn't seem to be dealing any damage to it. Let's see if I can aim that way with the soul arrow. I can, but I don't think it's doing anything either way. Oh, it looked like it did a little damage to it, maybe. Well, we'll wait for him to do his thing, then we'll hit it and then run back. Okay, run back. There's his fist. You don't want that. Ow. I'm alive, I think. Yeah. Just barely. Let's use some of that late moon grass. But that's why I wanted full HP, because, yeah. This guy hurts a lot when he hits you. Maybe the idea was to move further ahead, because that pillar there probably protects me from getting hit by him. But yeah, ideally you don't want to get hit by him. That's the whole point. Let's just run ahead. Yeah, have your temper tantrum somewhere else. As long as you're behind these pillars, you're fine. Our target is right over there, that big old magical thingy that you got there, but I don't want to go until he starts looking the other way, because I don't want to get punched in the face. If you get over here and operate this, we'll get a cutscene. Nice ballista. This is gonna hurt. One down! Oh, thanks. Made a nice, neat little staircase for me to follow down. So, I don't know how him hitting the ballista didn't kill us, but he made a nice, neat little staircase for us to go down over here. So that's where we're going to go. We also pinned his one arm, so he can't punch us with it, but that's not as big of a deal. As long as he has one arm to punch us with, we're in trouble still. So now, I think this part, he's a little more vigilant once you get down here, so you got to be careful. It's also a little harder to... Oh yeah, and he sometimes he writhes in pain like that because you pinned his arm there. So, and when he's doing that, he's not paying attention to you. So you just want to wait for him to do that, and that's when you want to move, basically. So we're going to wait for his eyes to go blank again. And we're going to move. It's a bit of a waiting game, but not a big deal. I think this is safe. Yeah, this is safe. We got to get all the way across to the other side of the arena now, because you can barely see it from here, but there's another ballista right about there. I can look at it with my bow. Right there. And that's what we want to use to pin him down. Once we do that, he'll be cakewalk. Let's see if I can make it all the way. Okay, there we go. Then we want to get to that pillar after we're done. Let's see if I can kind of see his face a little better. Sorry for the crappy camera angle. Just want to kind of see when he's writhing in pain a little bit easier. There we go. So now we'll go this way. Come back. Just to be safe. I don't think he would have noticed me that much if I went that way, but better safe than sorry, you know. And there's this big ol' arm that he's got pinned down there. We don't want to deal with that either, so... Okay, there he goes. Run! Run like you ain't never run before. Because there's this here. Go, 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 go. Okay, I think we're safe. There's a crystal lizard up here. I would rather not fight him right now, though. Instead, we're going to do this. Because I don't think that the crystal lizard really gives me anything that I don't already have at this point. He probably gives you some dragonstone stuff, but yeah. Not a big deal. 2 down, and that pins both of his arms down, and he's rather unhappy about that down there. Let's see if I can still hit him. Nope. He's gone. Well, I tried. Anyway, and if you look over here... Oh, maybe you can get to this from here. Yep. What do you suppose this is? The Master's Ring. Very nice. And in there is an item that we can grab, but we can't grab it quite yet. We need this world to be in, I believe, pure white world tendency in order to grab that item. And I don't think it's quite there right now. We can look since he's pinned down like that. It's pretty close. I don't think it's quite pure white yet, but it's pretty close. That Master's Ring, by the way, I think is the one that increases the damage you deal with weaponry. Yeah, that uses a direct hit. So the mace that I have would actually benefit from that Master's Ring because I'll increase the damage that I deal when I hit an enemy directly with it. It decreases the damage when you don't hit directly, though, so you gotta be careful. Where's the spot to get down to? Anyway, I think it's over here. Yeah, here we go. He knocked these pillars down when he fell over. And down there, his horn is the vulnerable spot, but at the same time, he's kind of breathing really super steaming hot air down there, and you don't want to get too close to him. Now, if you're melee only, this might be a little tricky. You got to kind of wait it out until he stops breathing, but I am not melee only. Because of that, I can do this instead. Soul Ray. And that is that. GG, Dragon God, GG. Not much of a god, was he? Pick a god and pray. Won't be praying to you anytime soon. We get a few souls for fighting him, not as much as Flame Lurker gave us, I think. No, Flame Lurker gave us slightly less, because I had 8,000 souls going into that fight. Grab what's over here. I can. Yeah, there we go. Legendary Soldier's Soul, not bad. That'll get us a good chunk of souls when we use it. And over here, for defeating him, we get the Dragon Demon Soul and a pure Dragonstone to +5 a fire weapon that you use. And that is our first Archdemon. The thick colorless fog in 1-2 shall oppress me no more. So now if you wanted to go do 1-3, you could. I don't want to right now, though. We'll save that for a later date. We're probably not going to take on 1-3 until we've killed 3 Archdemons, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I'm glad I leveled to 15 Vitality. Otherwise, a punch from that guy would have just destroyed me instantly, and it would have been not very good for me. I don't think, though, that honestly, I don't think I'm going to use the Master's Ring. It's good if my mace was the only means of damage that I had. It's not, though, so I can kind of work my way around it a little easier. Now, they're in pure white world tendency now, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's pure white there. So if I was to go back to the Flame Lurker Archstone, I could grab the thing that we saw over there now. Yeah, we can go do that. It's not like there's anything else in the way. We'll read the Dragon God Archstone's description, though, while we're here. The underground shrine was made to worship as well as seal in the dragon god. The ancestors of the excavators revered it as a god, and maintained it well. Well, I didn't maintain it very well myself. I kind of destroyed it. That's okay. We don't need to worry about him anymore. Instead, we'll go do this. Then we'll run our errands that we need to do, upgrade our weapons, and then we are heading to the next terrible level. And thankfully, I think it's the last level that I deem terrible out of this entire game. Mostly just because of its nature as a giant open area that can cause frame dropping, and it has a few other nasty tricks up its sleeve as well. So this may not actually work though over here. I may not be in pure white world tendency. Oh, crystal lizard. Yeah. Gimme your stuff. Here's some chunks of hardstone if you didn't have them already. And I think there would be debris blocking this area over here, but there isn't because we're in pure white world tendency. And if you go over here, you can withdraw this weapon, and you get the Dragon Bone Smasher. Very, very powerful strength-based weapon. I mean, it has to be. It weighs 20 pounds. That's like a fifth of my equip burden just on its own. But yeah, if I was a pure strength character, I know what weapon I'd want to use. Because this thing's nuts, man. I mean, like, Jesus. And it has the same effect that, oh, maybe it doesn't, now that I think about it. I think it has the same effect as, like, the Great Club and the Crescent Axe and all that other stuff, where when you hit an enemy with a one-handed R1, it knocks them over, which can be abused all to high hell on human-sized enemies, but I don't know if it does, because that swing animation was a little different than the Great Club and all those other guys. Oh well. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to be using it, so we'll take it back to the Nexus with us, though. And if I was doing World Tendency events, you could take it back to 2-2 and go into that one tunnel that I showed when you were going down that big old shaft on the right side of the level. There's an NPC that shows up over where those crystal lizards are, and if you show him the Dragon Bone Smasher, he'll give you a pure Greystone, I believe, which if you're a strength character, you really want, because that lets you +5 a crushing weapon, which is a pure strength upgrade. But I'm not going to be using that, so instead of that, we're going to just drop that off right here. Drop that off, too. These are all fine. The Dragon Demon Soul I'm going to hold on to for a little while. It can get us a few good spells, most notably the Fireball spell if I give it to Frake, but I don't really need that badly. We're going to need this for something else that I can show off later on. There's a Pure Dragonstone. We'll stick that in there. Stick the Dragon Bone Smasher in there. So we'll go get a few arrows, because actually I won't need the regular arrows for the next level, so maybe I won't. We'll put those away. I'll just need those fire arrows that I've got, so maybe I'll use that instead. Let's take those fire arrows that I've got. Okay, that takes care of that. Now,
We are in debt.
yeah, I know I do. It's no big deal though, Thomas. I ain't just doing, you know, just doing what I think is correct. We're gonna put the compound longbow over here. We're gonna put the wooden catalyst there, and then let's throw those arrows back into the box because I shouldn't need them for the next area. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep a few. We'll throw in 72. That should leave us with 25 of them. That won't weigh us down too much that way. Now the real question is what's actually weighing me down. It's probably this stuff. So
We are in.
now we need to fix the stuff we have attuned here. I might actually grab Demon's Prank because I think I can use it for something later on.
Rob, thank you. Let me pass. I am one step closer.
Yeah, I guess there, Frake. Anyway, let's pick what we want here. I'm gonna keep Water Veil because I think that'll be useful. We're gonna undo it though first. So we'll do Flame Toss, we'll do Enchant Weapon, and we'll do Water Veil, I think, for the next area. I could use Warding, but it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Well, yeah, we will do Warding, actually. Oh, I don't have enough capacity. That's right. That's why I'm not going to do Warding, because I need 2 slots in order to use it, and I would rather keep Flame Toss and Water Veil, so we'll just stick Enchant Weapon there. Like I said, if you give Frake the Dragon Demon Soul, he can give you Fireball. It's not a bad spell. It's basically a straight upgrade of Flame Toss, sort of like how Soul Ray is a straight upgrade of Soul Arrow, although Soul Ray has different properties. Fireball has more splash damage, and it costs a little bit. It costs a little bit less total in terms of what it's upgrading than it does with Soul Ray and Soul Arrow. It costs about twice as much, a little more than twice as much as a Flame Toss does, and it deals pretty good damage. Has some splash damage. It's not a bad spell. You've probably seen the Fat Officials use it previously, although I haven't let them hit me with it yet, thankfully. But I'm going to buy Demon's Prank. It's basically like the Soul Remains item, except I don't have to worry about throwing it. I can just cast it, and it will throw the enemies off. So that might help a little bit.
Bring me more demon souls when you can. I patiently await you, my fine magician friend.
I don't know what he sees in me. It's like you said there, Conquer. I'm not exactly looking like a magician anymore, but, you know, looking more like a, what's it called? A Templar Knight or something. Well, anyway. Let's go upgrade our items. Yes, you can there, Baldwin. So we don't want to upgrade the mace, because that I'm actually going to upgrade into a Dragon Mace in a moment. Heater Shield we can upgrade, though. We'll upgrade it to +5. Now, how did that do with my Heartstone Shards? Okay, it didn't quite get rid of all of them for me, so maybe I'll drop the ones I have in my inventory there. But that's that. We can repair. We don't need to repair the mace, and everything else is good. Okay, cool.
Do come back alive.
Yeah. Now, let's go see Ed and do our other 2 upgrades. That's the only unfortunate part, is that you have to keep going back to see Ed in order to do your upgrades there. I suppose instead of checking in with Baldwin every time, I could just go straight to Ed, because he can upgrade my Heater Shield just the same as anybody else. And he can upgrade everything else while I'm at it, so that's probably a better idea. The Crystal Lizards will stick around, by the way, if you don't kill them. Uh-oh. Ow. Well, I thought that was going to kill me, but it did not, thankfully. Alright, Ed, I almost died getting down here. Probably broke a leg or something, but what's going on?
What be your need?
What need do you
If it be
think
a
it is?
blacksmith, then show me some coin. If not, head straight for the door.
I don't know what you're talking about with these coins, man. There haven't been coins as used as currency in Boletaria for years. But anyway. So let's take this mace and imbue it with the power of fire. Dragon Mace +1. Hell yeah. Now, Compound Longbow can be upgraded to +4. We're almost done with that thing, so that really helps. Yeah, it is basically a Night Shield +3 there, Skontak. You're correct about that. It's not exactly as good as a Night Shield, but that's okay. I don't need a Night Shield for what I'm going to use it for. Plus, the Heater Shield is available a lot earlier, and since I'm, well, a lot earlier without grinding, I should say. And since I'm only upgrading my shield when I beat a boss, 1 upgrade per boss that I beat, the Heater Shield will be able to get the +10. The Night Shield, if I didn't do any grinding, won't be able to get the +10 by the time we're done, because I won't be getting it until, what is it, 1-3? Which I guess we could go do early, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's 10 bosses left, so I might just barely be able to get it to +10 if I want to get it right now. But, not gonna happen. We already have a shield that's halfway decent, so
I'll work alone.
And I'm gonna try my best to not skip through dialogue there. I've been kind of skipping Frake's dialogue a little bit, and that's not really good. So we will try to avoid doing that from now on. So we've got some good weaponry here. We've got a Dragon Mace, which now has, what's the damage dealing on it? 91 and 91, not bad. We got a really high-end bow, got our Catalyst, and we got a halfway decent shield, so we're good. Yeah, I'm using the item duplication trick there, Skuntak. By the way, welcome. Thank you for coming. Didn't mention that part yet, sorry. But yeah, I'm using the item duplication trick, and I didn't want to liberally abuse it to where I could just +9 a weapon as soon as I get a chunk of hardstone. Because I've seen people do that, and that's kind of cheap. So instead of doing that, we're doing it the way that I'm telling that we're going to do. Make the game a little more interesting. It made Tower Knight a little more interesting. I'm probably the only person on YouTube who fought the Tower Knight and didn't beat him the first time he fell over, although that was partially due to input lag, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, we'll keep these. This I'm going to give to the clerics at some point when when I rescue their dude that they're looking for. That's not going to be for a little bit yet, though. And this I'm going to give to somebody that we don't have yet. So that's how that's going to go. Now then, since we're done with that, let's see if we can upgrade a little bit. Like I said, we'll do Dex next, because that will increase the damage that my bow can do. About 800 souls, and we'll be able to upgrade one more time. We'll do that. I should have one of those laying around. 400. This is probably 800, I think. Yes. Okay. So let's level. We'll be nice and even on our Dex and Magic, and we'll be nice and having almost no souls left to be, you know, thrown away if we die. So that's good. And now we'll go over. Oop, nope, not here. Where am I going? Here we go. This way. To the Valley of Defilement again. Yeah, I would be doing that if I was going to use the Talisman of Beasts, but I'm not going to crack it and use it for Cursed Weapon this playthrough, so I figured instead, let's use a catalyst that's not as commonly used, so I'm going to use the Insanity Catalyst instead. I don't mind the item duping as long as I upgrade my weapons this way. If you dupe and you upgrade your weapons all the way up at the start, it kind of feels like you're breaking the game there. So this way that I'm doing it, I can save myself a little bit of grinding, which I really don't like doing. So that's my only justification for it. I understand where you're coming from, though. It's, you know, different strokes for different folks. I got places to be and people to see, so I don't really have as much time, or games to play, I should say. So I don't really have as much time to devote to grinding. Anyway, we're going to this level now, and I know at least one person on YouTube did not want to see this level because, as he mentioned, it was like Blighttown, but 5 times longer. Not very much fun. If you don't know what Blighttown is, well, you'll have some idea by the time we're done here. The Valley of Defilement leads to a huge swamp, into which all that is unclean flows, becoming a nest for putrilage, vermin, and plague. Sounds like my kind of place. Let's go. Yeah, no one has time to grind, man. I gotta keep things rolling. I just don't like things that are purely based on luck. There's probably some way to RNG manipulate in Demon's Souls to make it so that your drops are less based on luck. I mean, going to pure Black World Tendency helps because you get less healing items and more of the other actual items. But, I'm choosing to avoid tendency events too, so, in this particular playthrough. Did these respawn? I don't remember these being here last time. Maybe I just missed them. Got a chunk of Faint Stone there, that's going to weigh us down a little bit. 53.1, okay, we should be okay. Yeah, exactly, make all the worlds that you want to go to, that is, pure black tendency. Play through, get the items that you want, including the ores that you want, and then go from there. And then if you left the colorless demon alive, beat him once you're done, and then you can get it back to pure white world tendency, if you want it that way. You could just keep it in pure black world tendency the whole time. But if you want to make it all pure white world tendency, then you could do that too. It just takes an extra step, that's all. So this is the real Valley of Defilement. At least there aren't statues spitting poison at me here. That would suck. And we brought some fire arrows along, so this part should be still semi-challenging, but not as bad as it could be. I brought Water Veil because I think some of the enemies here still have pokey sticks that are on fire, like that guy, and I'd rather not deal with that, so. But fire arrows do some halfway decent damage as long as I hit them. At 3 arrows a pop, though, this might take a little while to do with just that. So maybe we'll save the arrows for a more important time. I do have the Dragon Mace after all, and it deals fire damage, so that should help a little bit. Unfortunately for us, the end of the level is like right over there if you take a long walk that way, but there's a board on the other side that we can't access just now. We can't push it over or anything like that. So since that's the case, we're going to have to go the long way. There's a couple of Royal Lotus. I really should have brought few more with me. And you know what? I just realized I didn't bring the Adjudicator's shield with me either. It's okay, though, because I'm not planning on sticking around here for the entire level just yet, so... instead of going down there and dealing with both of those guys, let's deal with one of them and then head down. Take care of him from there. Yeah, that's not bad damage, 117. I can deal with that. So here's the thing about the swamp in the Valley of Defilement. It is poisonous. So if you have the Ring of Poison Resistance, you want to use it. I'll bring that the next time. I'll remember to grab that before I finish the session out. It's poisonous. It slows you down to a walk when you're walking around in here. I don't think you can roll in it either. And all three of those things combined, while the enemies can move normally, makes this place kind of a hellhole. See, like I'm holding the sprint button there, and it's I'm only just barely moving, which is kind of crappy. There are islands, though, that can kind of help you a little bit to regain your footing and let the poison run out, but there's no bar to indicate when you are not poisoned anymore, so that's not good. There's also a bunch of slimes here, so let's see how much damage they take to die. 2 arrows. I might be better served using Flame Toss. I think that item over there is the one that I'm looking for. There's a particular item that I want to grab on this run, and then after this run is when I'll go to the rest of the level, basically. I don't know that I'm going to be grabbing all the items in this area either. I don't really think it's all that worth it, especially when I only have 3 Royal Lotus to go through this whole area with, so... let's just meander our way through. Get poisoned while we're at it, probably. Ow. Hey, we didn't get poisoned. Not bad. Yeah, there's a bunch of items over there that I kind of want to grab, but I think in order to get to them, I have to fight one of the giant depraved ones, and that's just no fun whatsoever. A bunch of these guys to deal with. I could just do this. Let him do that, and then... yep, there's the poison. Okay, I can kill them in 2 hits with my mace. Good to know. Alright, well, the poison is going to be kind of annoying, but if we have... I did equip the Regenerator's Ring, didn't I? Yes, I did. The Regenerator's Ring will help with the poison. But it won't completely counteract it. Now, if I brought the Adjudicator's Shield with me, that would make things a lot easier to deal with, but I did not, because I'm a big dumb. So yeah, don't be a big dumb like me. Bring your Adjudicator's Shield here. If you can equip it, you might as well use it. See if I can fight this guy from here. Actually, I can. I just need to do this. That's good damage. The pure fire damage seems to do a little better here against these guys, I guess. Here. We're still poisoned, so I'm not too concerned. I'll just Crescent Moongrass occasionally, and that should help us a little bit. But there is an item that I'd like to get out here somewhere. And in addition to that item, there's also, I think, a Black Phantom that you have to deal with in order to grab the item. And I don't really know if I can beat that Black Phantom with any reasonable anything. There's a War Scythe. That's not bad. I guess we could go grab this while we're at it. I don't actually know what it is, but we'll find out once we get there. And the next time we do the level, I'm going to kind of hug the right side of this area so that I can get through the enemies a little bit easier. I can't tell if those... see, the thing about this is that there are candles and then there are items that you can pick up. A Legendary Soldier Soul, not bad. And sometimes it's hard for me to tell what are candles and what are items in this area. So that's... going to be a recurring problem we're going to have to deal with. I think this is an item, though. But yeah, you can kind of see my HP ticking down there. I could show you. See, it ticks down, and then the Regenerator's Ring restores some HP. And as you can see, I cannot roll. Not a good thing, that's for sure. Oh, that's on the right side, actually, because this is where we started, right there. Well, we'll go get it. We'll go get this while we're at it, since we're over here. And I don't think it's like Dark Souls, where you can kind of mitigate this. There's the Murden Hammer, if you really need that. It's a very powerful weapon. It's pretty broken, from what I understand. I've only ever used it when I started with the Temple Knight, though, so I've never really brought it into the mid or late game or PvP to try it out. There's another Regenerator's Ring. Unfortunately, they don't stack with themselves, so yeah, I can't do that. But the poison ticks down a couple times a second, and then the Regenerator's Ring ticks up once per second, so that's not good. The other problem that you'll have here, and that's the reason why you want to have regenerative equipment if you can find it, is that the Crescent Moongrass that I'm using is actually not as effective as it could be because I'm poisoned. It only works at half effectiveness when you're poisoned, and that's no good. So once we get back closer to that area, though, where all the items are, I think I'm going to use one of those Royal Lotuses that I've got sitting right here. Because I'd rather fight the Black Phantom that I got to fight over there with as much HP and stamina as possible. And I don't think your stamina is affected by regular poison. I think that's only affected by plague. So if you have that, then it could be a problem for you. Okay, let's do this. Get rid of that. Do this. Get rid of that. Can I see the Black Phantom from here? Probably not. I don't know where they spawn at either, so that kind of doesn't help me. But I think that item right there is the one that I'm looking for, so let's see if we can grab it before we draw any unnecessary attention. Back on dry land, Dark Moongrass, that's not quite what I'm looking for. Maybe that? Let's go see. Nope, lots of Crescent Moongrass, though. There's the Black Phantom right over there. Kind of a pain to deal with because they have the Meat Cleaver, and the Meat Cleaver sucks. Well, not as a weapon, but it sucks to deal with anyway. Oh, crap. From what I understand, the Black Phantom can actually walk regularly in the swamp, whereas you cannot, and that's no good. I have a hard time blocking this thing and parrying it, but we'll see what I can do. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh god, I'm poisoned. That's no good. Neither is that. I need to find some solid ground. Yep, that didn't work. Solid ground was right next to me. Oh well. We can come back. I should have just parried for my life, but oh well. We'll try to stay on solid ground and fight that guy because it's kind of a pain to do it other ways. Also, I think I get one-shotted now if I stay like this, so maybe... I don't think I have any Stones of Ephemeral Eyes, though, do I? No, I do not. Oh, well. Cling Ring it is, I guess. I shouldn't use Late Moongrass there, but oh well. We got plenty of healing items, I just didn't bring most of them with me, that's all. I might still get one-shotted from the Meat Cleaver Phantom there, but the only thing that I need to get over there is one of those items, and I don't know that I can get it very easily if I don't get past the Black Phantom. I might be able to grab it and grab my souls and just die, but I would like to kill the Black Phantom if I can afford it. So... okay, so 4 hits with one-handed. Alright. I will have to remember that. And this time we're going to fight these guys with magic, because I only have specific and very limited number of arrows, so gotta be careful how much I use them for. They were 50 apiece, so if I use them the wrong way I might have to... was that half Moongrass? That would help if it was. I think it was. Something else died. Alright. Let's head back this way. See if we can get past the slimes. Hopefully they don't follow me. And we'll see what we can do about this Black Phantom. Or maybe I'll just grab the item. And then once I grab the item, we'll go from there. Like I said, I probably should have came a little bit more prepared. But, yeah. Oh well, we're already here. Might as well do it how we do it now. Okay. Now where is the landmass here? Something else, 2 things died there. Something must have run into, like, some dry land or something. That, I think, is what we're looking for right there. So, before we Royal Lotus, let's go grab this. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. The Broken Sword. What good is a broken sword? Well, you'll see. We can't do anything with it for right now, but eventually it'll be very useful to us. Okay, there's our souls. Get out of my way screen so I can see where I'm going. Because I think, yeah, they're coming for me. I'm coming for you! Oh, God. Nice dodge. Alright, let's try to parry the shit out of her. That didn't work. That didn't either. Okay. Well, at least I don't get one-shotted by her. We're gonna kill her before we finish this session up, though. So I got what I needed, but now it's personal. So that's what we gonna do. I don't know if I'll be able to use that Royal Lotus, though. I only have 1 left. So I kind of want to... I might want to hold on to as much of the Royal Lotus as I can. Because I'm going to need it for the level itself. I know the pathway to get through the level, so it's not a huge deal. I won't need to use all of the Royal Lotuses that I have in my inventory with Thomas, but I'd like to hold on to them if I can afford to. Okay, stop swinging over his head. That would be appreciated. There's also bugs everywhere here, which is not really anything that I'd like to deal with. So unsanitary. Alright. That's that. Half moon grass? Late moon grass. That's even better. Very nice. I think if I go this way, I might be able to avoid getting poisoned. Well, no, I don't think I can. Now that I think about it, I think it's too far. Alright, well, we'll go the long way then. Not really the long way, just the around the slimes way. Just note that it takes about my entire stamina bar to be depleted while holding the circle button down here in order for me to be poisoned. That's halfway decent for gauging when you'll get poisoned. Not good when you're, you know... Man, something keeps dying. Holy shit. I'll be getting a ton of souls just from doing whatever just happened there. They probably... It's probably something's running into fire or something like that, and that's just dumb. Alright. So, since we die easily anyway, we'll try to take this person down with just the... with the poison ticking down. There you are. Do as much damage as I can before they get here. Thank you, souls, but I really don't need you. Okay. There's that now. Now. I think I got him. Yep. Cool. Lots of souls. Chunks of faint stone. Stone of ephemeral eyes. Very nice. It's all good. You can use some of that late moon grass that I grabbed since it's essentially free. It only heals for about as much as probably a half moon grass now, but, you know, not a big deal. We'll go grab these items and then we'll be good. And then I'll call it a day. I think the stuff over here is actually pretty valuable if you have a very specific niche build. There's the Cat's Ring, which you can use to reduce fall damage, I believe, if it's anything like the Cat's Ring in Dark Souls 2, which it probably is. I think it also has kind of a funny icon on your bar there when you use it, so that's always pretty cool. It's like it's just like a straight up cat, like when you equip it. Hey, hang on, I'll kind of show you. Hopefully I don't die while I'm doing this. No, not the Cling Ring. We'll do this. Decrease damage from falls. There you go. It's like the developer's cat or something. It's just the icon for the Cat's Ring. It's pretty funny. Let's put the Regenerator's Ring back on to offset some of the poison a little bit. You can grab this item. Grab that item that's directly across from us there. Probably get slam jammed by a giant depraved one, and then we'll you know, leave. Actually, we might not. There's some black turpentine. That'll be useful to us. And there's a fog gate that we can use to continue with the level, but we're not going to do that right now. Instead, I'm going to head back towards the Leechmonger Archstone. Use a little late moongrass. That should get us enough HP to get back without dying. Hold on to my Royal Lotus for later. It's more useful later on, when I'm actually trying to offset the poison. So we'll go back. We will probably use a few souls to level up. And then once we level up once, I'm going to go grab some other items that will help me out. Ring of Poison Resistance is probably a good one to have. The what's it called? The Adjudicator Shield, also a good thing to have. Ow. Don't do that. Just run around. I don't even know what I'm doing. Hold on. There we go. Or why I'm killing them, really, because it's not like they can really give me anything that I need. Soldier's Lotus. Yeah, that's not going to help. Where is the staircase? Right over here, I think. Real question is, can I get back up from here? Answer? Oh, probably. But I've never tried it, so I don't know. There we go. Not even bad. Alright, let's go back to Leechmonger's Archstone. We will head back to the Nexus, probably revive to body form to make it a little easier to get through the level. Grab a few rings and other things that will help us. Put away some stuff, and then we'll call it a day, and we'll come back tomorrow, and we'll attempt to get through this level the normal way, instead of going through to get the broken sword. Pure Sucker Stone that we got, and the chunks of Sucker Stone will help if you got some Sucker Stone shards from 5.1, because now you can basically upgrade a weapon that you can put down the, I think that's the Bleeding Path, if I recall correctly. You can upgrade it all the way now that you have a Pure Sucker Stone, but I don't have a weapon like that, so we're not going to worry about that. So, instead, pull that off of our thing there for right now. We're going to equip the Ring of Poison Resistance there. Let's see. Well, we got 76 fire arrows. That should still be enough to get us through the level. We need to use probably one of these. And then we'll use something smaller to get us enough souls to level up. Colonel, what's the message?
Hello again.
Let's see here. Thing for my classes. Okay. Don't need that for right now. New Moongrass, put that away. Dark Moongrass, put that away. Soldier's Lotus, put that away. Keep the Royal Lotus. Put one of those away because I'm going to use one in a moment. The Black Turpentine I'll probably need. Well, no, I won't, because I can't put it on my Dragon Mace anymore, so instead we'll put it away. And then, as many of these as I can put away, I will. Glad I got some chunks of Faint Stone, though, because sometimes those are a little difficult to come by, so. Not that I'm going to use them, but, you know, they're there. At the rate that we're going through arrows there, we won't need these regular arrows, so I'll deposit those for now, too. And then, let's see, we won't need that, because the whole place is like a big flat plain, basically. And then the Ring of Poison Resistance seems like a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. And then I will also withdraw the 14 Royal Lotus that I have, and then the 4 Widow's Lotus as well, because both of those will come in handy in the areas to come. We have 21 Stones of Ephemeral Eyes. That is a ton. Anyway.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
Yeah, I'd rather they not reach inside of my chest. That would kind of suck. I'm going to use one more of these, because I don't know if we have enough to level up again. So... Oh, I forgot the Adjudicator Shield. Pardonnez-moi for 1 second. Let's grab that while we're at it. Where is it? There it is. Cool. Now that, of course, means, excuse me, that we won't be able to block as well as we used to, but this increases the HP that we regenerate each time, and with that and the Regenerator's Ring on, along with the Ring of Poison Resistance, we'll probably be in okay shape. I'm not going to keep Crescent Moongrass equipped, though, because really it doesn't heal all that much HP when you're poisoned, so instead we'll just do that. And then that. And that should work out okay in our favor. Now let's use an Ephemeral Eye Stone. There we go. Revive ourselves to body form. Have some extra HP to deal with the level to come. And we'll have some good regeneration going when we get through this part. I probably could rescue the one Saint guy for this side of the thing, so I can use the Swollen Demon Soul to get the regeneration spell before we go and do the next part, and that's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think the Adjudicator Shield, by the way, it increases its ability to upgrade as you... well, actually, when did we get it? We got it at 4-1, which we did right after 1-1. So 4-1 would be +1, 1-2 would be +2, 5-1 would be +3, 3-1 would be +4, and 2-2 would be +5. So I could +5 this thing. And the thing about the Adjudicator Shield is that it increases the HP that you regen with it as you upgrade it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to withdraw a couple of Colorless Demon Souls here from my stack of them. I think one should do. We already have 2 in our inventory, so that puts 99 there. We'll never need that many, but I might need them to upgrade it. So let's level up. We'll go back and see Ed. We'll get this thing to +5, and then that'll give us plenty of regeneration to get through the Valley of Defilement there.
Soul of the mind, key to life.
So level Dex up to 16. Oop, I don't have enough. Hold on.
I am...
She's here for me and me only. Well, don't I feel special? Shouldn't you be here for, like, all of the Travelers of the Nexus, though? Just saying. Anyway. Dex to 16. Thank you. Now. I'll use these. And it asks you just because there's a limited number of those Colorless Demon Souls, but we've got enough of them to last us for a long, long time, so I use it just to upgrade the Adjudicator Shield. Get to +5, then we'll call it a day. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll get through the rest of the Valley of Defilement. Hopefully not die too many more times. We might, but, you know, never know. And actually, the Adjudicator Shield wouldn't have really helped me against that invader there, because while it would have offset the damage done by poison, it would not have allowed me to parry them to death, so... Well, there goes that crystal lizard we just saw. Alright, Ed.
What be your need? If it be a blacksmith, then show me some coin.
Yeah, we've heard that already before. Alright, Ed, let's see what you can do here. And in case you're wondering what I was getting the Broken Sword for, when we get the Pureblood Demon Soul, we can make the Blue Blood Sword. Very powerful weapon. Has weird requirements, though. Requires 18 in all of the attacking stats. Strength, Dex, Magic, and Faith. So we won't be able to use it for quite a while. And we will have to make do without it until then. But, for now, since we have a ton of Colorless Demon Souls, let's use them to upgrade. I might have to use another Colorless Demon Soul to get enough souls to upgrade this thing. And I'm upgrading this to +5, not because of the fact that I'm trying to abuse and cheat the system that I had. We've had the Adjudicator Shield since 4-1, so when we beat 4-1's boss, that means I could make it +1. We just didn't have the means to do it yet because I didn't have the Red Hot Demon Soul. This will also come into play with the Broken Sword when we make it the Blue Blood Sword eventually. So 4-1 gave us +1, 1-2 gave us +2, 5-1 gave us +3, 3-1 gave us +4, and then Flame Lurker 2-2 gave us +5. So we can, in fact, upgrade this thing all the way up. We've beaten enough bosses to be able to do that. I need more souls.
All done?
Not quite done yet. Where's the... Oh, that's right. I need to go grab it from my inventory. Well, we can always use one of these. 8,000 souls, not bad. I'll probably use some more souls so that I can upgrade or level again. But, yeah. So, Adjudicator Shield +4. And finally, Adjudicator Shield +5. There you go. Nice and lots of regen. Do I need to repair anything? Yeah, a little bit. We'll hold off on that because we'll be upgrading those eventually. These I can repair, though. Oops. Okay.
All done?
All done. Now, I forget how much regen the Adjudicator Shield actually gives you when you get it to +5, but it's definitely more than you would have otherwise. I think it's like 1 HP a second at +1, and then it's more like 3 HP a second at +5 or something like that. But it's a lot better, basically, than what we had before. So, with that out of the way, let's go back here. Probably use one of those Renowned Soldier Souls that I have sitting in my inventory to level up again, or 2 of them actually it'll require this time. And then we'll call it a day. Oh, I only have 1. Okay, well, let's use some of these then. Do that. Do that. I don't want to use that other Legendary Soldier Soul I have because that is a little overkill. So, I might actually need a little more than that now that I'm thinking about it, so let's use a couple of these. There. Try it now.
Thou then, soul of the mind,
Yep.
key to
I didn't
life's
need to use
ether.
those last little unknown soldier souls, but that's
Soul of
okay.
the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Art thou done? Main
And actually, I'd probably do better with upgrading magic there than dexterity, because I'm going to be using magic against probably some of the enemies and the boss coming up. But anyway, now that we have that all taken care of, that's going to do it for this episode of Demon's Souls, the Stream Edition. Come back tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, and we will attempt to go through the remainder of 5-2, finish it out, probably beat 5-3 as well, and then we'll pick another world to go to, probably the Shrine of Storms after that. But we will see once we get that far. For now, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to the chat on Twitch, and just to check it out on Twitch, and also to watch it on YouTube if that's where you chose to watch it. I will see all of you next time. Take care, and have a good night.